guys. I hope everybody's doing great today. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Let me see if I can get this thing up. It never works for me, but I always try though. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. We're talking about Sebastian Rogers. There is major search efforts underway. Many volunteers. There are many creators. I have to say, I'm so thankful for all the creators that are starting to get out. Many don't realize that we started pioneering this. This is me, another creator, Chronicles of Olivia. We kind of pioneered going out and filming this stuff from the front lines. And so it's been we saw the Pascal show go out there. You know, we're now seeing like, Justin on TikTok out there. A lot of other social media people are starting to take their platform and get out there and really do some good for people out there in the community. So God bless all of them. Many of you guys know, thanks Danny. Many of you guys know I'm going to be heading out there Tuesday, Wednesday time frame to aid in those search efforts. We have a lot of cases out there. We have Summer Wells. We have, thank you, Debbie. God bless you. We have Sebastian, which is the 15-year-old child right here. He's autistic. Something's really fishy about the parents. And then listen to this. While there's a lot of creators out there, we're getting really insight, legit information, like this. That's the beauty of having boots on the ground. And so we're learning that there are locals that stated that Chris and Katie Proudfoot got in their RV and have left the area. So you've got Seth Rogers out there. You've got hundreds of volunteers out there. You've got the Cajun Navy out there. I know I'm going out there. I know there's several other YouTube creators that are getting ready to deploy out there and start aiding in the search for Sebastian Rogers. So you have hundreds of people en route to help look for this boy. This 15-year-old autistic boy that has been missing for 5 freaking weeks, and his mother left him behind. Folks, do you understand what I'm saying? If they truly got in their RV and have left town, this mother just left her missing son behind. I am absolutely, utterly freaking floored. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my social media platform here and say that we don't know where they're at. They started in Tennessee off of Safford, right? So, or Stafford, whatever their road name, street name, whatever is, okay? In Hendersonville, Tennessee. So, we have to be thinking, where could they possibly go, right? They've got an RV. We know what the RV looks like. So you guys, we're not going to let this family be very comfortable. This is social media. I know law enforcement is probably going to wag their finger at me when I get into town for doing this. And I really just don't give a shit because it's lawful and legal and we're not doing anything wrong. But I digress. Julie, thank you. God bless you. We're on the lookout. It is now. We are now on watch, Proudfoot, mission. Right? This is a mission. We want to know where the Proudfoots are going. I want to know where they're running off to, why they're hiding, and why they're not, helping in the search efforts for their son. And I even put an olive branch out there and said, look, I'm coming into town, and I hate to tell you, but you're ground zero. I'm going to be working in and around where he disappeared from. And thank you, whoever just subscribed. I don't know who that, Megan, thank you. God bless you for the subscription. And said, I'll be out there. And I'm happy. I'm the nicest person. One thing you don't want to do to me is lie to me, right? But I'm the nicest person. I love to work with families. I love to work with people. I love to help. I love to bring my platform. I love to advocate for these people. I love to feel like I'm doing something besides just taking advantage of these stories and putting them up. I'm like, I want to give back. That's the whole purpose of this was, thank you. God bless you. Thank you, Mama Kit. But I want to give back. And so that's really what started all of this to begin with. I mean, we can all sit at home and talk on our computers about these cases, but nobody was really doing anything to help out. Now we have a whole freaking slew of people that come in to help now, and don't just leave it to local volunteers to try to get these things out there and further outside of their community. So I'm just very, very pleased. But to run off and leave your child missing, we saw Riley Strain's mother just die. We watched her freaking die on camera, right? We watched that woman's heart just literally come out of her chest with the unknown of where her son is, and that was less than 2 weeks, right? He was found literally on day 14. And you saw that woman literally just die before our eyes on screen. Not, she didn't stop breathing, obviously. But we saw her. We saw her pain. We felt her emotion. We felt her brokenness. We felt her loss. That's what we all felt. Don't tell me when you guys saw her on that screen, you guys weren't dewy-eyed, right? We all were crying every time she went up there to talk and we saw her face and just saw a broken mom. We were all crying by the time she stopped talking. And then we go over here to this child's mother, where this child has been missing for 5 stinking weeks. Now, Riley Strain's mama wasn't leaving Nashville without her boy. I want to bring that up right now. Let me say that again. Riley Strain's mama wasn't leaving Nashville without her boy. Where are the Proudfoots? Where are the Proudfoots? This boy right here has been missing 5 weeks. 5 weeks. We have not seen them stand next to law enforcement. We have not seen them do anything. We haven't even seen videos of them out in town posting flyers, but we see them out in town eating dinner. On the same day that he threatens Seth Rogers for a GoFundMe, while Seth Rogers is the one that's off work looking for his boy. Getting the Cajun Navy to come in. Katie Proudfoot absolutely went on and stated that she's got the Cajun Navy coming in, and she hasn't even spoke to one person from the Cajun Navy, and her son has been missing 5 weeks. They keep saying that it's because law enforcement told them to sit their ass at home. Well, I find it funny that law enforcement told them to sit their ass at home, yet they're off in their RV while everybody else is searching for this boy right here, and you're talking about hundreds of searchers out there. So I just want you guys to know what is going on. I'm going to be en route just as soon as I get my car back. My car has been in the shop for literally 2 weeks. I'm not going to bore you with the details or the cost. It's ridiculously sickening. It's gut sickening, but I am getting it back. Should be, fingers crossed, say a prayer for Bullhorn Betty that I do get it back. I was supposed to get it back Friday. I was already supposed to be out there, and the mechanic called me while I was on my live and told me it wasn't going to be until at least Monday. So let's keep our fingers crossed and say a prayer for Betty that we get this car back tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. Right? All right, guys. Please, I'm serious. Say a prayer for this boy. Something's not smelling right, guys. I'm telling you, we do this so much. We see these families time and time again, and I'm usually the first to bark. And this one, I'm like, you know what? Let's just see what's going on here. You know, the mom looks really upset. And to be honest with you, it was the behavior panel that really made me second guess myself about these parents, because I was like, you know, this doesn't make sense. I know about autism, not much, but I know enough to know a kid that covers his feet is not going to go outside without shoes on. I know that much. So it's like, you know, but the behavior panel, you know, was excusing this. And I'm like, you know, these are the things that make me think that they're guilty, and they're saying they're not guilty. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I got it wrong. You know, I have been stressed out here. Many of you don't know I'm in a lawsuit right now, a lawsuit that I initiated, and I'm representing myself pro se in it. So I've got a lot of stresses behind the screens, plus I'm building TikTok. I've got 2 YouTube platforms. I got the Instagram. I'm still trying to, you know, it's a content creator thing, you know. So I just thought maybe I was stressed out and I just missed some things, to be honest with you. That's truly what I thought. I was missing cues. I just thought it had to do with, you know, being too busy. So I was trying to back off a little bit, but that thing in the gut that keeps gnawing at you and saying, something's not right here, something's not right here. And I'm like, okay, I just need one more tidbit of information to get me off the fence. And that more tidbit of information was the Chronicles of Olivia interview that she posted on YouTube. And when I heard Katie change her story by adding a third party, she said now that the cousin came over that day, that Sunday, and then she added in that she drove around the block and to the school before they called law enforcement. That is some major differences in a story. You know what I'm saying? Some really key details in a story that are just now coming in, and it sounds like somebody's playing with a timeline, if I ever say so myself. So I'm very cautious when it comes to these parents now when that happened. And then yesterday, when I literally heard that Chris Proudfoot came up there and threatened a lawsuit against Seth Rogers, the biological father of this boy, over a GoFundMe, while he's the only one out there from the family looking for this boy, I'm just flabbergasted. I am truly just my jaw is just open. And that's when I said, this is it. You can't ignore this behavior anymore. This is not behavior of parents that are looking for their freaking child. It's just not. No matter how you look at it, how you focus it, it is not the behaviors of parents that are searching and very concerned about the well-being of their child. They're acting like guilty people. And now we find out that they got in their RV and left the area? This poor boy. Something doesn't sound right, and these things don't make sense. And whenever you have these things that don't make sense like this, man, this boy, guys, it's not going to turn out good. I can tell you just how this is already going. This is bad. This is just bad on steroids. So now we need this. I can tell you at this point, and it's been for a while, I think as soon as they scaled back the efforts, they knew that this was going to be more in line with the recovery efforts than, finding efforts, missing efforts. And I think that's kind of where we are. And I think the pressure is getting tight on the Proudfoots, and they can't handle the pressure. The bottom line is pressure breaks pipes. And when you have all these headstrong social media people, I mean, like I'm coming in, I've wielded some things just to see how they would react because people know me. People know, they never know what to expect from me. That's the power that I hold out there. You never know if I'm going out there to search, if I'm going out there just to commentate and bring awareness, or if I'm going out there to freaking protest and tell the family about themselves. You just never know what you're going to get with me. I can tell you this trip, because of the nature of this trip and because we do have family members that are assisting and helping, this is not going to be a protest by any stretch of the imagination, not a loud one, not what you would be accustomed to. If I do choose to protest, it'll be more online with my signs, like where is Sebastian? It's not going to be with my bullhorn out there in that neighborhood. I just, we'll see how it goes, but I don't know what we're going to do at this point because I feel they're so guilty. But that's the power, that I held. And I wielded it last night. I said, I'm coming into town. And, you got other social media creators out there that ask tough questions. You've got several of them coming into town. I heard Dolly Vision, which maybe you guys don't know probably here on TikTok, but he's well known on YouTube. And he's going, from what I hear, he's going into town. We've got, you guys know Justin on TikTok here. Well, we have Justin, Justice for All, on YouTube. And he's planning on going out there at the end of this week. So we're getting our resources together and collaborating as a group of creators to go out there and really, bring this case to the forefront. And let's just, make this a pimple, right? And it needs to pop. And that's we got to put the pressure there so it'll pop. We've got to break this case wide open. And something happened to Sebastian, and the parents are acting really, really crazy right now. They're making absolutely no sense. They're more concerned about their own personal appearance than they are about finding their missing child. And the missing child disappeared under Katie and Christopher Proudfoot's watch, period. They said that he doesn't have friends, so that eliminates, a threat there of kids coming in the house and coaxing this kid out. He doesn't play online, so that eliminates the possible, catfishing or any type of internet threat. And they put this child squarely on them. And then they're trying to say, but we didn't do it. But how do you make sense of all this? You told us all of his shoes were there, and you tell us that he doesn't leave the house without his shoes. Are you trying to say somebody came in your house and abducted them? Because that's not what they're saying. They're saying this boy got up and walked out. I don't believe it. I don't think anybody believes this child got up and walked out of that house, even as a high-functioning autistic boy. So there we have it, guys. For those that are just joining in, we're getting reports. Now, I have not substantiated or corroborated them, but because of the nature of who they came from, I do believe them as true. And it sounds like there was some locals that said the Proudfoots took off in their RV either late last night or early this morning. So they're not even in the immediate area. Katie Proudfoot left her missing son behind. I want that to sink in for each and every person watching this show, and that will be watching the replay when I repost it. So say a prayer for this boy, but I can tell you I've covered a lot of these cases, and when I start seeing these behaviors, it doesn't look good. It's not going to end well, and that's the situation we're in. So God bless the Rogers family, And for those that are in the Proudfoot family enabling these people, shame on you. This boy deserved better. And hopefully somebody in the Proudfoot family has a big enough backbone to stand up and speak up. God bless.